What I wanted to talk about is address the issue of quote unquote Christians and their holier than now attitude when I've made some very powerful and important statements. Statement one, there ain't no Messiah coming to save you. You are the Messiah. And if people actually study the Bible, you will find out, and if you talk to real scholarly Christians, that there's no heaven outside of here. We're supposed to create heaven on earth. Most Christians, 99.9%, do not want to talk or walk the walk of how Christ lived. They'll talk about all other shit, but they do not want to focus on that, how we actually lived and what occurred 7 days before he died. So what were the actions of Christ? What the fuck did he actually do when he was here? He fought the fucking establishment. Christ was organizing a movement at his time. And 50% of it were women, by the way. And his movement was to break the existing establishment, which was highly centralized. And Christ had a program too, which no one wants to talk about. He would go among ordinary people and eat among them. He wouldn't eat among the learned. And this is a very important thing. Bottom line is Christ had a program. One of the programs that Christ had, which again, 99.99999% of Christians don't want to talk about, and he did this multiple times. The Sadducees, who were like the Costco's, the centralized structure of the Judaic traditions, when you entered their temple walls, you had to leave your animal out and you had to buy their animals. It was like a fucking shop. And that's how they profited. So Christ sees this shit. He starts whipping the shit out of them, turning over tables and abusing them and saying, you guys aren't followers of God. And by the way, there were multiple times that Christ turned over these tables. It wasn't just once, and whipping people. Now put yourself into that condition, taking a whip, whipping the shit out of people and turning over tables. Ooh, does that sound like a pious Christ who just sits around and just talks all sorts of loving shit? Christ was a radical revolutionary of his time. He had a mission. He was organizing people, mobilizing people. Let's talk about fucking Christianity. Let's really talk about it. Because no one's going to tell me that I'm going against their Christian faith. Really? Which Christians are they talking about? The one that had a sword in the hand, one hand and the Bible in the other hand, as they came upon the shores of the brown people of the Incas and fucking killed them? Are we talking about the quote-unquote Christians who put beef, lard into wells in India and forced people to convert? Are we talking about the quote-unquote Christians who are absolutely fine with the bombing of Gaza? Which fucking Christians are we talking about? Are we talking about the Christians who stood up and fought? This is why they don't want us to talk of religion and politics. No, we should talk about this because it's going to expose these people that they're not walking the walk of Christ. They're fooling themselves, they're fooling others, and they let evil continue. So Easter's coming. Let's look at what indignities Christ has to go through for what he actually did. Let's start talking about actions. Our movement is actions. They said we couldn't get on the fucking ballot. We did. They said people couldn't vote for a naturalized citizen. We did. We saved hundreds of millions of people's lives during COVID. Talking about vitamin D3. We didn't make a fucking penny. Who collected signatures to fire Fauci? We did. Who exposed the backdoor portal to Twitter? Day and night fucking fighting in lawsuits. We did. It's time to fucking give credit to the real Christians. I say fuck you to all these fake Christians. I'm just done with them. Let's go really read the Bible and live and connect with the life of Christ, what he actually did. Not what you want to think that he did. Not the thoughts, not the ideas. Actually, what he fucking did. Are you willing to take a whip? Are you willing to lash out and expose these people who manipulate the stock market every day? Who want to increase the military budget to $1 trillion? Who subjugate humankind? That's what being a Christian's about.
Watch the full video, like, share, and subscribe. Learn who the real enemy is at shattertheswarm.com. No one is coming to save you. Learn to save yourself at truthfreedomhealth.com. Be the light.